Okay, this is the start of maybe the start of a fun series that I like to think of. So one of the things I mentioned in my replays is that every single game is like its own puzzle to be solved, right? And often every single fight is its own puzzle to be solved. And I thought it'd be cool to kind of like do short clips of a specific encounter to have people test their game sense and mechanical knowledge as to what to do correctly to try to make the best of especially a bad situation. So right here, we're going to be watching Kiriko, and the Orisa is going to Terra Surge, and then we're going to figure out how could we possibly have survived this. So for starters, I'm going to play it out just live and let you watch what happens. So Suzu's used, right? Not necessarily good Suzu, but Suzu's used, right? Orisa's Terra Surge right here. Kiriko has been sucked into the corner, Swift steps, and then dies. Cool. So I'm going to back out for a second. And I'm going to look at it from this view so you can see. So the Tracer is the only one who is not pulled into this, but the Tracer is dead. So you see the Tracer's dead right now. So there are no other Swift Step targets around, for the record, right? Everyone's going to get pulled into this. I'm going to play at 0.25x speed. So everyone's pulled in. So I'm going to pause right now, and I'm going to give you like 10 seconds to think about, in this situation, how would you survive as Kiriko, knowing that you do not have Suzu. Okay? You don't have Suzu here to keep you alive. You do have Swift Step, but you don't have Suzu, and you have all your other regular abilities, obviously. Wall Climb, for example. So I'm just going to give you 10 seconds to just think about it. All right. So let's think about this. So I'm going to cover a few options that I do not think will work. So option number one is that you could just wall climb up. I don't think that's going to work. I don't think you have nearly enough time to do it. Keep in mind that Orisa is nanoed here. So look at how fast she charges, right? So she's at 100, which because nano is active. Is she still nanoed? She's still nanoed. The animation's gone. You can see in the top right that she's still nanoed. I don't know why the animation's not going. So she's going to do this damage plus 50%. So this is 1 damage per percentage. So she's already going to do 165 damage. Okay? So at this point, she's going to do 180. All the 200 health heroes here should be dead if she pops it right now. Okay? So wall climbing, clearly there's just not enough time for her to possibly have climbed up here because it goes vertical as well. Like even if she got all the way up to here, she would still die from this. That's option number one. I do not think would work. Option number two is you might think, let me get around the corner here and try to line of sight it. I also don't think that would work because, again, you notice at this point, like everyone here is dead. If the Orisa chooses to kill you, I mean, she messes up here, to be clear. Some people actually live. Only the Kiriko dies. But assuming the Orisa does not mess up here, the Kiriko should be dead and the Ana should be dead. So the question is, how could I have survived without Suzu if I cannot wall climb and I could not have walked away this way? I can't back up because it's hard for us to see when it's paused, but the ring does in fact go all the way to the edge. So there's no way for me to get here. Even if I wall climb up this, not that you have enough time anyway, you wouldn't have been able to get up here. You would have for sure died. I'm very confident that you could not have wall climbed up, you could not have backed up, you could not have walked to the left, and I'm pretty sure you couldn't have walked to the right either to survive this. So, how do you do it? Some folks may remember that Kiriko has a 0.25 second invincibility when she swift steps. So it is possible, it was nerfed recently, it is possible for you to predict when this happens and then swift step and survive if you did it at exactly the right timing. Now it's hard because she pulls it down fast enough that you're probably going to, like, you have to do it before she even starts slamming probably in order for it to work because there's a delay in your swift step as well. But that is the only way I can think of that she could possibly have survived here. Now, I would say that she probably popped it too early, right? I think she had maybe the right general idea of trying to get out here, but I would have held it longer and certainly not popped it then. I would have popped it probably around the same time that the Ana was going to get out of the ring, assuming that she was going to pop it correctly. Like the Orisa clearly messes this up, right? And only kills you, but that's fine. Like if I had to trade that for just killing me, that's fine. That's like the best case scenario because she should have killed two, if not the Reaper as well for the third kill. So I would have timed it right when I saw. I would literally just stood still or like kind of like zigzags to prevent the rest of the team from killing me. The moment I see my Ana reaching the edge of the ring, right here, roughly when Kiriko popped it, actually a little bit further, like here would have been the correct timing. because then I would have expected Slam to come down to kill the Anna. And I think that the Anna and myself would have survived if the Orisa was better. This Orisa happens to mess this up, and so I die. But optimally, she should have killed both of us, not expecting me to make that play. Anyway, just food for thought. Hopefully it's interesting to some folks.